I mean, it obviously has a problem. Period. It's not like we can't put it on the dyno. Something is.
You felt like, how's that supposed to work?
Something is.
Like, it was loud as shit.
Oh, it is still loud today. It just got quieter and went away.
It was loud.
I mean, yesterday was so much worse though. That's why it's so confused.
I don't think it's bottom end.
See, that sounded more like it could have been a valve smacking.
It either sounds like something like that or like.
Dude, yesterday it sounded like a rod was gonna come out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because it sounded like someone was about to throw the bottom of the pan in. Like
it sounds like it's coming from like almost I want to say like the middle of the block, like Cam-ish area. Doesn't sound bottom end to me.
I think maybe it's a lifter itself.
Maybe like if a lifter is like broken. We cut the filter open, right?
Yeah.
Filter looked okay.
I mean, it was like a little metallic chair, but it was nothing
but
like the other one.
It wasn't like,
I mean,
it wasn't like
I have the oil and the filter over there still.
Alright, so we got this black Z06 that we baselined a little earlier this morning. It has been here before.
Yep.
And what did it get done to it the last time it was here? You know?
Don't know. Plus, that was at the old shop, so it's a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So it was years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this time around, he's getting Mamo intake, so I'm taking the fast off. I also got Mamo fuel rails for it, which I love, so that'll be nice. Looks really nice too. And then Nick Williams 102 and injectors. So it's basically the second half of a stage 4. So it already has a head scan, not our head scan, but has a head scan. And so we're just doing manifold and injectors.
Gotcha. Okay. This will be a fairly simple build for you.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what it picks up just off of the Mamo.
Yeah, I think it was what? It was 590 something?
Yeah, 591.
So it'll put it over 6.
Working on getting them fuel rails off.
Good. Come on.
MSC intake manifold ready to rock.
Yep, put it together.
I do really like how they look. I mean, they're a lot cooler looking than the factory one.
Look a lot better than the fast intake, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I don't think the black fast intake looks too bad. I like the red lettering, but the gray one not so much.
I hate how you can't use a factory fuel rail with it though. That's kind of stupid. This one you can.
Those MSD fuel rails are pretty sweet looking.
Okay, they look real nice.
Have you ever done them before on something?
On the Z28, I did them.
5th gen Z28?
Yeah. It was nice to get valve covers, and this gives you so much more room to run stuff because the valve covers are so much taller than the original ones. So it was actually really nice. In my dream, what's it called? He was on the dyno. I think he was unstrapping something, and like he did the same thing where it went, but it went off the back of the dyno, like into the wall.
Yeah,
we were over here talking, and he was over there. We heard the noise, so I went over, and I was like, "What the?" And you came over, and you just told me to get the. And like screaming in his face.
I mean, that sounds right. That's what would happen.
And he was just sitting there like collecting his and like that's it. And I came in. I told Matt, and it was the day he left early. He's like, "Wait, fan fried him?" I'm like, "No, this is my dream." I woke up, I was like cracking the up. That's funny. I was like, "Oh man." Yeah.
All right.
A couple minutes ago, it was like the Apollo up in this motherfucker. Now it's quiet as a church. It's fucking pool hall junkies. Neither of you have probably ever seen, but you need to.
I've never even heard of this thing.
It's pool hall junkies. Pool hall junkies, yeah. It's great. You like can't. It's not on like Netflix or anything, but I actually watched it a couple weeks ago because.
You like buy it on Amazon for like $1?
No, you can watch it on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah, like
really?
the whole thing's on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking great. and someone like commented something on Facebook, like a reference from that movie, and I'm like, dude, no one's like ever seen it. So I was like, I have to watch it again because it's been a while since I watched it. Dude, and every time this laptop gets like internet, it's all my
notifications.
Emails.
Yeah,
my emails.
Jesus. It's blowing it.
This thing came in and has somebody else's heads cam package on it. I tuned it. Let me see when. A while ago. I tuned it in 2019. 6 of 2019 is the last time I tuned it. And then he brought it back, and we did a Nick Williams one. Well, we did a MSD intake manifold. I assume it's ported MSD. I assume it's like a Mamo MSD. Did he get that from us?
I think so.
I don't know, bro. Whatever. It got a Mamo MSD, 103 throttle body, which he supplied, which I think is a Chinese version. So I think we're getting another one, but I'm gonna tune the car wide open throttle for now, because that mainly just affects drivability stuff. This thing had a awful noise randomly, and I don't know what it is, but it sounded like the guide, a valve guide was sticking and the valve was like smacking back on the seat. This thing has, I think the heads are just fixed like guides, not ported or anything, because after we heard that noise, like we baselined it, baselined fine, we put the manifold back on it, and when we started it, and it made a terrible, terrible noise. Switched it back around, didn't make any noise, then it like randomly made the noise again. Like it does it right when we first start it, and then it kind of goes away. And that's what's making me think that it was like a sticking guide. Because I've heard that noise before, and it's a pretty distinct sound. Like when the valve is technically stuck and there's all that spring pressure, and then it unsticks and the valve smacks back on the seat, it makes like a popping noise. So that's what we think it was, but it hasn't done it again since. So we can't really diagnose it if it doesn't do it again. It did it like twice, and the first time I started it, I was like, what the f is that noise? Shut it off. And then the guys came over and we started it back up and listened to it for like a second and shut it back off. And then when we tried getting it on video, we couldn't. It's been fine since, so I don't know. None of the parts are ours, so we'll see what it does wide open throttle. I don't remember what it made last time, I'll check. I don't know if that was tires or clutch. You want to put some VHT on this? It wasn't tires, way better. 613 544. It's pretty fat too. I have no idea what heads and camera on this though. So don't ask. Kinda drives like shit. So I'm not sure what it is. $614 545. So this would basically be compared to like our stage 4. Only because it's got, you know, I think a Mamo MSD. Let me ask Bill. A Mamo MSD and it's in a 103, but you know, heads cam. Other than that, I think the heads, I don't think they're ported, but I'm assuming they're milled and guides and are done. So yes, this is apparently a Mamo MSD. I just asked Bill because I didn't know. Me and Garrett just looked at each other because I just heard a noise again. You heard that? Okay. 11, 542. That's about all we're gonna probably get out of this thing. Let it cool down. And I'm gonna see if we can hear the noise when I start it back up now that we've made some pulls on it. Because before it only did it when it was cold and then it kind of went away. So I'll let it sit for a bit and then we'll see where we're at. All right, cold pull. Didn't make any noise when we just started it, but we're gonna check again tomorrow morning. It's the only thing we can do. Made a little less, 607. I'll do one more. Is what it is. I guess we're gonna call that done. Besides, I think we may get a different throttle body for it, just so I can make it drive and start decent, because it's not starting that great right now. But we'll probably keep you updated on that. All right, so I forgot we baselined this thing when it came back this time, just because it was like 3 years since we had it on our dyno before. Which is funny, because it actually made the exact same thing as it did 3 years ago, like down to the number. But it actually had a fast 102 on it before. Did it have a stock throttle body before?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Kyle, did this thing have a fast and a stock throttle body before? Yeah. Okay. So it had a fast and a stock throttle body, and we put a Mammo MSD and a 103 Nick Williams on it. And it made 591, 549 with the fast and the stock throttle body, and then it just made 614, 545. So it picked up a good amount of horsepower, 24 horsepower, but it lost 4 foot-pounds of torque. Whatever, I would take 25 horsepower up high over 5 foot-pounds of torque. So that's about that.